Hey everybody, how's it going today? It is me, Captain Energy, and today I'm taking a look at the new Cubase 14. This hit me like a kick to the side of the head. I had no idea this was on its way so soon. I mean, we just got an update to Cubase 13, just got a maintenance update the other day, and all of a sudden I get an email that says Cubase 14 is here. And so I've been playing around with this thing, and it is pretty dang cool. Of the things that they had, there were quite a few new features, but the things I'm enjoying the most so far have been the drum machine and the modulators here that we have now. As you can see down here, I've got some stuff going on with. Basically, they've given us the ability to have, I think it's 6 or 7 modulators, and you can pick right here. You pick what item it is. It goes to whatever you're on at first anyway, but and then you can have different kinds of modulators. We have an LFO, we have this shaper, we have the envelope right here, we have a macro knob, which is kind of like if you've got seen or own a montage, the super knob. If I go right here and drop this in, I can make this one knob that I can then go and tell it to either learn some device. So say, for example, I want this knob to control. Let me bring something in real quick here. Okay, we'll bring in this one right here. This is the ring the alarm from Akai. Not probably my most used VST, but we'll use this for this sample here. So go to ring the alarm right here, and I can go and drop in this macro knob, and now I can tell it, click this button, and I can either pick what I want it to control right here, right? Or I can go learn. And then I can go up to this and just turn this knob here. And now this knob will adjust this knob based on a percentage. I can set this threshold right here on the, see right here, this little threshold bar. I can set this threshold so that it lets me control a certain amount of it, all of it. Or I can say within, these right here, like this little area right here is the whole thing. So if I turn it all the way up or all the way down, it will work with them in that area. The area can be inverted, or it can be positive. Like right now I've got it inverted, so when I go down, it goes up. When I go up, it goes down. If I take this slider right here and go to a positive number, now down is up. Sorry, down is down, up is up. If I go to a negative number, it's inverted. Anyway, but this allows me to set up as many. I can tell it to be a bunch of different things. I can say this one knob controls this and this knob here. So now when I turn this, you'll see the knobs here, this knob and this knob are turning. I believe I can even actually bring in a second device. Let me see if this actually works the way I think it does. I haven't tried this yet, so we're going to see together. This is going to be fun. What I want is this actually. Okay, and here's the ring the alarm. Okay, still ring the alarm knob, but we're gonna bring this. Well, here we are. So now we've got an acid in here from Arturia, which is their 303 emulator. It's real nice, by the way. If you don't have one, this is a great piece of software to have. So all right, so we got this knob turning the stuff on the ring the alarm, but I can now go right here and go. We're going to try and learn one more, and we're going to go right here. I'm going to tell it to adjust the speed and see if this works. Does not look like it's got to where I want it to be. All right, let's try this. We're going to delete this. I'm going to try add it again, and I'm going to tell it, I'm going to go manual this time. And we're going to go to, okay, it does not look, yep, it does not look like it reaches outside of the module that you're on. So you can modulate the device, the current device. You cannot modulate other devices from one device's modulator, if that makes sense. Essentially, if I make a modulator for the acid, it can only modulate things on the acid. It cannot modulate the acid and the alarm or something else. That would be a cool feature. If that were in there, that would have been a neat little thing to have. That would make it a little more like, I mean, if you've used Reason, you know that Reason can do all that with a combinator. You can build combinators and you can attach one knob to whatever. It's everything if you want, to 100 things in there if you want. So maybe not quite the super knob, but it's kind of along those lines where you have one knob that controls multiple parameters. Yeah, good stuff. Let's see what else we got here. We also have the this motion stepper, which is pretty cool. Click this puppy right here, and now you've got this down here. We have 16 steps. I don't know. Let's see. Does it go above 16? It does go above 16. How many can you have? 32 is the maximum, it looks like. And you can go in here and you can adjust these steps any way you want. Okay, it's easier to explain with less steps. We'll go for 4 steps. Anyway, all right, and you can see this little ladder over here. This little steps happening. If I take one and move it up, you'll see that one goes way to the top. These are still down below. 0 is right here, kind of in the middle. And if I'm at 0, you'd be right in the middle. So basically, it's 100% down, 100% up, 100% down would get you this right here. You'd end up with this on-off square type tone or square wave. If you wanted to, and what I've done with this actually myself in this track I'm working on right now, more playing with, I should say, than working on. I'm not really, this isn't really going to be a track, but let me get rid of these, and we'll just go over here and I'll show you what I did with this. Here's the modulator that I've got going on there. I've got 2 things going on. One is I've got this modulator on this mini, it's not actually a mini freak, is it? It was a mini freak, but it is now a Jupiter emulator, a Jupiter 8 from Cherry Audio. Cherry Audio makes some great stuff. If you don't know that, they've got some stuff going on. I think they've got a sale going on right now too, where you can get 3 cents for like $100 or something crazy right now going on. If you check it out, I don't know. I'm not sponsored, just mentioning it because it's a good deal. Let me just break out the fake keyboard because I don't have one hooked up at the moment. I'm right now in the middle of reorganizing my studio, which has been long overdue, and I've got wires upon wires, and I'm untwisting and finding out that I probably never need to buy another USB cable again if I live to be 1,000. Using this, what I've been able to do is rather than use a compressor to compress the sound, I took this and I basically made a manual compressor. You might have seen some of these devices that have envelopes where it will drop down for the kick to let the kick pass through. Sound will cut out so that or reduce itself so that the kick can be heard better. And what I got over here is a panner. All right. What I've also got going over here is I've got this this modulator is modulating the phase of this sound as well. So basically, I've got 2 going on for this right here, and it does some neat stuff. And this one does some panning. And the panning is to make it more dynamic. Let me see here. I will just tell this to I'll turn off this right here for a second. That's without the panning. I just saved, by the way, so I won't lose these changes. Not sure if undo. Yeah, undo does not work with these apparently. Yeah, interesting. So the undo, just so you know, be aware that if you make any changes down here, undo does not work with these modulators. But yeah, so if I go over here, let me turn some things off here and you'll see what I mean. Hear the volume there? And if you're watching this right here, you can see it's actually doing that to it. If I get rid of it, it doesn't, it just plays through. And that way, the kick would basically be kind of buried in it, I feel like. Seeing that? The difference there? I'll put the volume back in. Ready? I think it makes a difference. But anyway, This is some neat stuff for Steinberg, because they have not had this type of thing. You know what you'd need to do to get these type of features in in Cubase until now would have been purchase something like Kilohertz, their modulation tools. They have a whole library of tools. It's insane what they've got going on over there. Or you could use something like Reason, but Reason even wouldn't. I mean, there are tools that do this type of thing as plugins and whatnot, but without using a plugin, there's no way to do it in Steinberg software in Cubase. I mean, I know this type of thing is built in, and I've seen stuff that looks like this in Ableton. In Live, I've seen stuff like this in a lot of other DAWs. I'm just really happy to see Steinberg coming on board with this. Let's see here. So they have sine waves. Let me just bring these out so you can see the different ones. We got the knob, we got the sine wave, we've got the stepper. This one's an LFO too. Sorry, these two are both LFOs. So let me get rid of this guy right here. Just trying to have them all on the screen so you can see them. I don't need them all at once here. We've seen the knob. The stepper. Here's the envelope, and you can go over here and you can, let's see, I'll put alright, so we'll grab that knob right there. You can see this knob reacting to what I've got going on here. Turn the attack down, turn the release down. Let me change what it's controlling because I don't really hear anything happening there. We'll try. There we go. We can actually throw in another modulator here if we want to. Like, we could actually take this one right here and just click this and tell this to learn this gain. And now it will mess with that. So they can modulate anything on the screen or each other. This does have a whole lot of really cool sound design possibilities. I mean, I'm not touching anything right now. It's doing that by itself. Very nice. Kind of gives it like a lot of life. Oh yeah, that's nice. Anyway, I might save that actually the way it is now. I'm not sure, but anyway. Also, this drum kit is pretty awesome. Let me show you this thing real quick. I'll just create a new program. No, you know what? I'll just add another track to this one. We'll add a track. Right click to add a track, and we go right down to add drum track right here. Boom. And now I'm gonna pick. We want some pattern event right now because there's MIDI event, pattern event. I'm going with pattern event because it's pretty neat what they got going on here. Everything else is fine. I'm going to click OK. All right, and now there were pre-made kits for this already. You can bring in a kit if you want, or you can drop samples in on these pads. Right? This is just like, it literally has 8 banks of 16 pads. So essentially, just like an MPC, as far as like the amount of samples you can shove in on this thing. Okay, or you can use these software-based drums right here. I can go right here and click right here. I want to put a kick there, right? So I'll just go to kicks. I'll pick a kick. I have that muted. Sorry, let me unmute that channel. Because when you have other stuff soloed, new channels automatically are muted. And there we go. There's my kick. If I don't like that kick, I can go right here, drop down, and I can pick a different kick. I can go over here. That was, it might have been kick 3. Oh, kick 4 is what it says on this right here. So we'll go to kick 2. All right. Okay, that's a nice rounder kick. I like the other one, but I like this one too. All right, but now I can modify this thing too. I can go right here and I can go, I want to take away some, or we'll extend the depth a little. Okay. Maybe I want to take away some of the color. Tune it a little. Add more click, you know. Take some of the color out of the click. Maybe a little distortion. And then we have effects right here. We have delay and reverb. Having these effects right here is real nice because it keeps them in the like in the same genre, the same feeling as the rest of the drums. It keeps them in the same room type thing, you know. And being able to affect and change these is pretty cool. Let's go right here. We'll add a little bit of reverb. Maybe a little more reverb. Here are the controls for the reverb and the delay. Okay, so that right up here. You can bypass all the effects. Let's see what else we got here. MIDI reset, MIDI follow. Okay, here are the pad effects. This, I haven't done much with this yet. I was looking at this for a second, but there's your different effects that you have. Distortion, there's an equalizer in here, the filter, bit crusher. So let's turn on bit crusher. Here we go. All right. I can go over here and yeah. Mix them out here. Let's see, equalize. We'll turn this on. So you can, it's nuts. You can do a lot with this as far as as just the built-in sounds. On top of that, you can have 4 layers of the sounds. Let's go back over to the instrument here. If I go right here and I add a second layer, like say I like that kick 4, right? Like I said earlier, I thought kick 4 sounded good. There's kick 4 layered in with it. I can maybe I want kick 4 to be kind of the dominant kick. Let's take this up a little bit. Turn this up a little. There we go. Now, one of the questions that came up was, can you do slides with this? That I'm not sure about, but I was thinking, I wondered if you could do that with using the modulators. You might be able to do something with the modulators. If I go over here and go to, yeah, I don't know if you can. I'm not sure what you can actually get on there. I guess I'd have to play. Well, anyway, I'll have to set something up. Let me do that in a different project because I'm not sure what's going to happen here with this. All right, there we go. Create. We're going to add a drum track. And that's fine. We'll just add that like that. We'll just bring in. All right. Let's just go right over here. Now, this is also another interesting little thing. They gave us this pattern editor now. where I can go in here and as you can see, this I've got the drum. There's only one track here. That's because there's only one drum that's set up. If I go back over to my drum machine, and we'll add a couple other instruments here for the heck of it while we're talking about this. Now that we have some drums in there, you'll see the more drums you add of the 16, the more there are here in rows. So now I can go in here and I can go, okay, so I want my my kick drum to be 4 on the floor. Okay, let's just turn this on. All right, so we'll add some nothing crazy, right? But now let's go back over here. I see this is off a little bit, my measurement. Let's move that over so it's an even number of there we go. So now we get 4 and 4. And down here, whichever row you're on, you can see that there are these different settings. So I can go over here and I can go, I can change the probability of something. So maybe I want, let's go right here, and we'll change the probability here to 43%. There we go. And now we've got kind of like this kind of it can keep playing, and we get kind of like little variations. We can change velocity. Or velocity variance. That's like how much it's allowed to vary in velocity. We have gate. So I can say real short gate for a sound. I already have a pretty short gate on that sound technically, so it's not going to really change much there. But we can also add repeats. So like ratcheting. I'm not sure what this adding automations. I have to play around with this a little bit more, but this just give you an idea of some of the things that I've added here. I mean, this is a I don't know. This might be the most electronic music oriented update for Cubase in my mind. Anyway, maybe it's. I mean, everybody can benefit from this, really, but I know that Cubase has been, I guess, sort of. Some people think it's not like really an EDM type DAW. However, Cubase, I've been doing EDM with Cubase since the beginning. That's all I've ever used it for. I've never composed a symphony. I've never composed a movie trailer. If anyone wants me to do a movie trailer for them, hit me up. Don't worry, I'm here. I'm here for it. Games, if you want background music for your games or whatever, I'm definitely interested in anyway. Yeah. But as far as the uses for Cubase, it's pretty much infinite. You can make any kind of music, any kind of DAW, really. You could do a symphony with Ableton if you really wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm sure somebody has. Reason you could do anything with as well. Reason, Cubase, Ableton, Cakewalk from back in the day. People were doing all kinds of music with anything. It's not. These are just tools, and it's not. You never had anyone say you can't build a house with that hammer. Any hammer will work to build a house, right? Just like any hammer will, work to, or almost any hammer. I guess you wouldn't want to build a house with a sledgehammer, but you get the idea. I'm talking a regular hammer here. Anyway, but let me know what you think about this software. If you'd like to see more of this, of the latest Cubase, hit me up. I'll be happy to do more videos with this. So, all right. Thanks for hanging out with me and checking this out. I will see you all in the next video. Any questions about these things that I went through here, feel free to let me know, and I will be glad to get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day. Bye for now.